Hi, yeah, it's Graham Healy here, and I'm from Yun Jung Healy and Healy's Integrated Self-Defense Academy. And I just got a couple of questions for you. Are you interested in doing martial arts training and learning self-defense and the stretching systems that are involved in martial arts training, but you don't want to go through competition and you don't want to go through uh, tournaments and all this sort of stuff, which I suppose is competition, and you don't want to go through the injuries that the young people get when they're doing the competition, the tournaments, the full contact, all this sort of stuff. And but you want the benefits of martial art training without the negative bruising and all this sort of thing. Well, Yun Jung Healy is for you if you don't want to be in the ring, be it MMA or kickboxing or even boxing for that matter, but you want to learn the skills and drills without getting hurt, then perhaps I can help you. Well, I know I can help you. My name's Graham Healy, and I've been coaching people and in all sorts of area of either personal training, self-defense, commando training, you name it. I've been training people now for 50 years. I'm 67, still training 3 times a week, taking my class out there at Sherwood. So I'll just give you a little bit of an idea of what we do. Um, when you go on the internet and have a look at martial arts, you think, oh, that's for all the young people. Well, it is for some young people. But if you're a parent and you, for instance, are not keen on the idea of your child going into a martial arts school and let's face it, someone kicking them in the head as entertainment or sport, or if you call that sport, well, Yun Jung Healy is obviously not for you if you want that for your child. If you want your child to learn character development and a very excellent stretching system and a non-contact system, non-contact to the individual, with all the skills and drills that's necessary for self-defense without getting hurt. If you want that style of education and tuition, well, Yun Jung Healy is just a school for you. Now, we've got local school there in Sherwood. I take them personally. I'm a highly qualified coach, and part of my qualifications, I've done 6 years of med science at university. I run a musculoskeletal business. I've got a master's certification in dry needling / acupuncture. So what gives me a lot of satisfaction is actually developing the character of not only young people, but older people too, and I learn as much of others as they learn of me. So a little bit of my background, just so you understand where we're coming from. And while I think of it, down below is some links that you can have a phone call with me about any inquiries that you've got. And, just click on the link. We've got the link. Click on that link there, and it'll take you through to a booking program that we can have a longer chat if you're interested in what we do. Now, we're doing the opposite of what everyone else is doing. I see on the internet, you've got all these different characters who, everything's violence. Everything's a scenario where, suddenly, um, you're under some sort of attack 24/7. Well, the good news is we're not living in the Middle East somewhere. We're at war with everything. We're in Australia, and yes, if you're in the wrong place in the wrong time, attacks can happen. But we don't focus on our training on simulating attacks 24/7. I mean, you'd wind up in the psych ward if you did that. So what I do is I've taught prison wardens, I've taught the military, police, all civilians, you name it. But what I teach is the technique of getting out of situations. Now, we've got an anti-bullying course going at the moment for school children at high school. and that starts on the 17th of September. Click on the link below. I'll put you through to our, I've done a little sales video on that, so you've got a bit of more idea about that. That's coming up too. Plus, we're enrolling our regular classes, the Yun Jung Healy's Integrated Self-Defense Academy. And why it's integrated is because 50 years experience has gone into the classes, and I've been a competitive boxer many years as either Taekwondo and Yun Jung. I'm one of the founding instructors of Yun Jung under Grandmaster Yun. And I can show you a lot of stuff, a lot of practical stuff, which is interesting, and you don't have to compete to do it. But in reality, you'll have it there if required. So I'll just recap that again. If you're maybe an older a student, you used to do martial arts before, but you think, nah, don't want to go down that road of someone kicking you. Well, we're the school for you, because no one's kicking anyone. Yes, we kick the shields. We've got focus mitts. We've got, we sharpen the techniques. But let me tell you this. I've had a lot of experience in the real world, including unarmed, basically combat defense and all this. My other instructor, business partner, taught the SAS. And so, look, we've been there, done that, got the T-shirt. So we don't need to hurt people to learn self-defense. In fact, the stuff we teach, if you did it full power on people, you wouldn't have anyone else to train. That's a reality. And usually one technique's enough. So we're not doing the kickboxing. We're not doing the MMA. We're not doing the cage fighting. I'm not interested in any of that. I know where they're all coming from. But what I'm interested in doing is teaching you techniques that can save your life, and you don't have to go getting hurt to learn them, right? My father was a Queensland state champion boxer, the Queensland state champion boxer in 1948. My grandfather was a professional boxing coach. Dad used to always say this, and of course I've had an amateur boxing career as well. Dad used to always say this, Bert Healy, never let anyone use you as a punching bag. And I've had thousands of rounds sparring all the state champions myself, and I never let anyone use me as a punching bag. And we don't have that application in our school. So our school, you learn the skills and drills like boxercise, you learn the kicking skills and drills on focus mitts and that, but I'm not, you're not, no one's hitting each other, all right? There's nothing to prove there to get hurt. So if you want that, go to the kickboxing school and, good luck there. If that's what you want to do, our school's not for you. If you want to do grappling, where someone puts you into a chokehold, takes your neck out, our school's not for you. We're not doing that. I'll show you how to get out of that sort of stuff, but I'm not going to put some chokehold on someone and damage their neck. I've done 6 years in medical science, and I've run a musculoskeletal business as well. There's a lot of dangerous stuff that people shouldn't be doing, but basically you've got a lot of instructors. They might be good in whatever they do, but they're highly uneducated, and they certainly haven't done 6 years of med science like I have. So I can explain to you why we do certain things, where all the nerve joints and ends are, all the vital points on the body. I can show you how to stop someone with the finger, literally. I kid you not. So, and I've been taught by the best, not only my grandfather and my father, champion boxers, but I was the first guy to bring the Israeli commando, Monty Isaac, over here to Australia. So, a hardened combat man. And he was very, very good, still is. And I was the national director for Commando Krav Maga there. But I integrated that into my system, so you learn that as well. Knife and gun defense, I know all that. And the other thing is I'm one of the original instructors of Yun Jung under Grandmaster Yun, which was chairman of technique worldwide for the International Taekwondo Federation. I trained under him full time, was a international instructor as well. So, bottom line is 50 years of experience without getting hurt. We have a great day. In my school, I run it very lighthearted. It's all about learning the techniques. Personally, I'm interested in developing your skills and drills and confidence without getting hurt. Now, the bonus with my school is because of my background knowledge in medical, musculoskeletal and everything, the stretching is rehabilitation style stretching. Many, if not all of my students who are, some in their 50s, they all say that they've improved their stretching and their flexibility and their mobility 100% since they've started. Now, I'm 67. I'm a living testimony of regular stretching, martial arts stretching, which has incorporated a whole lot of different angles to stretching. We've got the hyperbolic stretching, we've got the PNF or the proprioceptive neuromuscular training, we've got the isometrics, we've got the statics. I've combined them all together. I've done various styles of stretching over 50 years. So you get a very comprehensive section of the class is just stretching, and flexibility comes with it. And remember, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So a lot of people are sitting in their desks, 8 hours a day, and that's the worst thing you can do for your flexibility, because the lower back spinal pressure, if like I'm sitting down talking to you now, that spinal pressure is about 140% to 180% of greater than if you're lying down. You're lying down, it's about 40% on the lumbar spine. If you're sitting up in a bad posture, you're looking at about 185 to 200% extra pressure. So, I know all that stuff. I mean, I've tortured myself doing university for 6 years in med science. So I can tell you a lot of stuff, and I can show you how to counteract a lot of lower back pain, all these sort of different issues that people got. I covered that in the class as a bonus because of my educational background. Anyway, Graham Healy over and out. If you're interested in some more further information, just click on the links below. That'll take you through to a calendar booking page where you can make an appointment. We can have a chat. I've got an anti-bullying course going on at the moment as well for school children at high school. Click the link and I'll talk to you about that as well. So we'll learn a lot of different self-defense techniques and attitude, being aware and all that sort of thing. And plus the legalities of proportionate response and all that. So my academy is all about what makes me motivated to teach people is I like watching people develop their skills and drills to the competency level where they can actually defend themselves without even thinking about it. And when you get to that level, you should see some of the kids I've got, or young girls, I should call them, shouldn't call them kids anymore. Young girls, boy, I'm very proud of them, but their technique is absolutely copybook perfect. That's what I'm all about, whether it be the boxing, whether it be the commando training, whether it be the knife defense, whether it be the gun disarming. And I do that as a separate workshop sort of thing. You've got to get it right. And I'm there on the spot showing you how to do it. I can do it. It's taken 50 years to develop it, but I can show you the techniques that will stop any attack and neutralize them very, very quickly. Plus, we have a great time while we're there. Like our last training session, I think we were telling jokes for about 15 to 20 minutes before we even started. So I don't take things too seriously, but the learning environment, because I want to educate and motivate people. And the best way to learn is have fun. And then we settle down and we get a bit more serious and develop the skills and drills. And the other thing that people come to me for is the good old mind, body, spirit balance. They're all busy today. Everyone's busy doing shift work, God knows what. And they need an out. They need somewhere to go where they can do a bit of meditation, gentle stretching, dynamic stretching, PNF stretching, all the different stretching combined in, and learn some self-defense. If that interests you and you're not interested in tournaments, you're not interested in competing with someone, you're not interested in kicking someone in the head, your partner in the head, well, this is what they do in these full contact places. They just kick the little crap out of each other. You're not interested in that? Our school is the alternative, because we're not doing that. I'm teaching all the schools what to do, but we never, like my father said, he was Queensland State Champion boxer 1948 in your Boxing Hall of Fame. Never let anyone use you as a punching bag. I never have, and I've been the sparring partner for a lot of state champions, and I never let anyone use me as a punching bag. So you've got all those skills that I've got being taught to your kids, to yourself, to your family, and we have a good time while we're doing it. Click the link below, and look forward to having a chat to you. Graham Healy over and out. Yun Jung Healy, Healy's Integrated Self-Defense Academy. I cover a lot of territories. There's 3 main platforms. One is, the Taekwondo / Yun Jung. 2, it's commando training. I'm the first one to bring the Israeli commandos over here to Australia, 2007. And 3 is the Healy's Boxing Academy technique. So I'm just teaching technique, and that we don't need to be training the next world champion. I'll leave that to the other guys that want to get get leather whacked around their head a little bit after doing 6 years of med science. I think I'll just leave that to other people, and I'll just teach you the skills without getting hurt. So you don't want to get hurt, don't want to get bruised, you don't want to get people kicking you in the ribs or anything like that. Our academy doesn't do any of that. You don't want to get people, you don't want to be on the ground where someone's putting you in a choke out or locking out the arm. You don't want that. I'll show you how to do it, but you're not going to get hurt doing. The technique is a critical part. Once you get the technique right, I can stop someone with this finger. You don't believe it? Doesn't matter how big you are, I'll stop you with this finger. Ask me about it when you come down to the class, and you will not be able to walk through one finger. I'll stop you on that. It's a pressure point, and I use that all the time, and we can use that in certain situations. There's a few pressure points that I show you that are fail safe, So, of course, this is illegal in competition sport, but in self-defense, no such thing as competition, right? Self-defense, I've had a lot of experience in that. So is my other business partner, who's ex-army, taught the SAS. We've had to deal with live gun defense and stuff like that. So, competition things, that's all right for the young fellows that want to test themselves out. But I don't want any of our students being kicked in the head or anything like that, neck jarred from someone taking them to the ground. We're not doing any of that. We're teaching the technique. We're teaching the mind-body-spirit balance. You do shield work and things like that. But the stretching, as I said before, really good sort of stretching. It really brings the flexibility back, your mobility back. We just train at our own pace. Family friendly. Graham Healy over and out. Click the link below and we can have a chat. Okay. Have a good night. Thank you.